Hey, it's Heather with Live It 24/7. I was talking yesterday about caloric deficit, and if you are believing that you should be losing weight right now because you're really doing well with your nutrition, then you'll want to check that one out. The other reason why you might not be getting the results that you want when you're working out and you're really focused on your diet is because your workouts, it could be overestimating the calories that you're actually burning, depending on what you're using to track your workouts. So just as I was talking about tracking nutrition, you also want to be tracking your workouts, okay? This is how you're going to know for sure if you are going to achieve the results that you're hoping to achieve. Now there's other reasons this happens, but specifically right now I'm going to focus on the caloric deficit part and as well as the caloric burn. So how are you tracking is the first thing. If you are using a machine that's tracking your calories and you're just sticking in your weight and your age, stop doing that. That is like the worst way to see what your calorie burn is. These machines are going to overestimate your personal caloric burn by a lot. Usually they overestimate by a lot. I'm going to give you an example. When I was running, this was years ago, I had popped into the gym and I was using the elliptical just to change things up. And I knew that for me, when I run about 10K, it takes me, like let's say 55 minutes, I know I would burn about 500 calories to do that. So if I'm running for an hour, I'm gonna burn 500 calories. I was on this freaking elliptical for like half an hour and I looked down at the caloric burn and it said something crazy like 450. And I thought, yeah, right. I'm gonna burn 900 calories on this thing in an hour. No way. So that was the first sign I noticed that machines are definitely not the way to go. The treadmill is at least closer, but the elliptical at the time was the worst. So the other method people often use to track their calorie burn is by putting in their activity into like MyFitnessPal or into another activity tracker. So instead of just using the watch, people will actually put in, oh, I did an hour of resistance training, and then there'll be a calculation that comes back. Also totally bad. It's not personalized enough for you, so don't do that one either. The third way people track is by using like a wrist tracker, and those are better than the first two, but still not as accurate as the number one way, which is using a heart rate monitor with a chest strap. So when I had reviewed a few years ago about the Apple Watch compared to a chest strap, it wasn't just the Apple Watch, it was because I was thinking about getting an Apple Watch, and of course I ended up doing that. But I wanted to compare the accuracy between the watch strap and the chest strap. And what I found was that the chest strap is still more accurate than the wrist watch. So I did my own little test. It's probably the year after I had gotten it, or the summer I had gotten it, I had done some running with my chest strap, which I can hook up to here, so it's not really a big deal. I did those same runs again without the chest strap, and what I noticed is that during the runs with my heart rate monitor, I was burning about 400 or like the high threes, the low fours. And when I wasn't wearing the chest strap, when I was just using the watch, it was telling me I was about 100 calories, 75 to 100 calories more of a burn. So that was interesting to know, because when you get to a point where you feel like nothing's working, you have to be sure that in fact you're hitting the right numbers, the absolute right numbers. So you'll want to know these things. Now, if you don't want to go out and get a chest strap, that's totally fine. But I want you to keep that in mind. If you are not getting the results that you want and you're already doing the tracking for your nutrition, you know things should be right, and you know the exercise, the caloric burn should be producing the right result, then you need to be sure if that's really what's happening, okay? Now, there are other reasons. As I said, there are other reasons why, if you feel like you're doing all the right things, they aren't working. And I will talk about those over time, because there's actually more reasons than people think, which is good because then you can troubleshoot. That is all I have for now. Get fit, eat cupcakes. See you tomorrow.